Good morning or good afternoon, my dear friend. Happy Friday. Guess what? We got 2 more weeks to go. That's right. Well, let me phrase that. You got 2 more weeks to go. Okay, so according to the county, after June 8th, there'll be no more assignments for you. So we got this week and next week. And once that's done with, you're done with me for the year. I'm gonna miss you, man. It ain't got to end like this. Corona, quarantine, peanut butter, water and milk. Okay, that's not the point. But anywho, I hope you had a beautiful week. Because if you didn't, I know I did. Okay, enjoying time with family, man. Enjoying time with family and grading your work. Grading your work. For those of you who are just joining us, finally, welcome. Glad you could join us. Missed you the first few weeks and whatnot, but glad you're here with us. If and when you can, please do complete those makeup assignments. So let me phrase it. Please do complete those assignments that you have yet to do thus far, okay? So last week we were looking at chapter 3, which was on value. And of course, value is the element of art that describes the darkness and lightness of an object. And of course, how artists use value is they use it to focus on certain objects, in a works of art, depending on where the focal light is coming from. Okay, some of the things that I hope you had gleaned or did glean from last week is that shading is used in various different ways depending on the artwork that you're working with, whether you're working in color or in black and white. Of course, and then sometimes also depends on the type of art you're creating. Is it portraiture? Are you doing still lifes? Or are you even doing landscape drawings? Okay. So in landscape drawings, of course, normally the dark values are normally found in areas furthest away from the viewer. So the further away you see things, the darker they are because they're further away from the light. And then of course, you got high key and low key, of course, and so the light values are known as the high key, and then the low values are known as, or the darker values are known as the low keys within the works of art, right? And then oftentimes artists use value to show focus or to emphasize on certain objects within the, so that the audience can focus on specific things within the artwork. So those are some of the, a couple of things to glean from and stuff. And even in sculptures, a lot of artists also use, darks and lights to bring attention to certain things in the items. And of course, in this chapter 3 that we just read last week, one of the artists talked about was Louise Nevelson, and she was a sculptor and a painter. And most of her work was monochromatic, black and white, or sometimes painted in gold. And so, most of the sculptures, she want to emphasize and give power to, certain type of forms and whatnot. Okay, so hopefully you got a good glimpse of, what darks and lights are all about and what techniques are for, what the techniques represent. So going into this week, we're going to be working on the value techniques. Okay, so we got the 4 value techniques, which is hatching, cross-hatching, stippling, and blending, also known as rendering. I posted some videos from some of my colleagues who have worked this value skill. So in your sketchbook, what I would like you to do is you're going to draw 4 rectangles. And each rectangle is going to have 5 columns. And each rectangle will have 5 columns. and I want you to label each one. So one is going to be for hatching, one is going to be labeled for cross hatching, one is going to be labeled for stippling, and one is going to be labeled for blending. And you're going to practice these 4 techniques inside your sketchbook. The only materials you're going to need is, once again, your sketchbook. Right, I got my good sketchbook and a pencil. That's it. If you got a ruler, to make it easier for you, what you can do is, if you want to measure them, basically you're going to have inside your sketchbook. Okay. Once you get this inside your sketchbook, the next thing you're going to do is you're going to label it. Okay, so the top one, it's up to you which one is going to be what. So what I want you to do is to label them like this: hatching, cross hatching, stippling, and blending. It doesn't matter which one. Okay. And then the next thing I want to do is, if I were you, I want to go from dark to light, so from left to right. But the way you want to work from right to left. How do I mean by dark? Start with the darkest one first, and then when you start with the darkest one, they get lighter and lighter, so that the last one on the left side is going to be the white side. Okay. So the right side is going to be the darkest, and then the left side is going to be the lightest. So with the blending, I'm going to post a video that shows you how to do it by one of my colleagues. But I'm going to try to, do a little something in my book right quick, so you can see what I'm talking about. Okay. So that's the darkest one. And then after that, I'm going to try to get lighter and lighter as I go on. Okay. So then I'm going to the next box. Okay. To get lighter and lighter. So that's what I would like to see for the first, for the blending. Okay, that's what I like to do for the blending. Okay. Next one is hatching. So hatching is basically using parallel lines to create a value technique. Now with hatching, what it is the closer the lines are. The closer the lines are, the darker, the further apart they are, the lighter it becomes. So the more lines you have, the darker it is, and the less lines you have, the lighter it becomes. So there you have it for hatching. And the further apart the lines are, the lighter it is, and the closer the lines are, darker it is. Okay. And then for cross hatching. For cross hatching, what you want to do basically, you can start with the same design with the hatching. Then your lines will cross. You should go parallel across. That's how you make a shade for cross hatching. So remember, once again, cross hatching is the closer they are, the darker it is, the further apart, the lighter they become. So there you have for cross hatching. So the further apart, the lighter it is, the closer together they are, the darker they are. Right? And last but not least, we're going to deal with stippling. So stippling is using a whole bunch of dots to create value. A whole bunch of dots. This way you want your pencil to be dull. Okay? Because if it's very sharp, it's going to take even longer. So you want your pencil to be dull. So as you can see, the more dots you have, the darker it is. And then in order for it to be lighter, we got to have less dots. And there you have it. So that is what I'm looking for in the final products. So you're gonna create these in your sketchbook, and then I want to see the final product. Okay, so we're gonna do one that's blending, one that's hatching, one that's cross hatching, and one that's stippling. And I want to see these by next Friday. Okay, so that's what we're practicing for this week. Now I'm gonna post some videos for for reference for you to look at by some of my colleagues that I've shared before, so you can look at it as a point of reference or whatever. So let's get cracking. After this week, we got one more assignment to go through. And if you have classmates that you're in contact with, because I haven't been able to get to everybody, but those of whom I've called the house or emailed parents or whatever, I've been able to reach to. So shout out to you guys. Thank you so much. And I noticed in some projects in the past, some people would go to Google and try to turn in assignments that were already created, like a digital image that was already created, and they try to turn it in as their own assignment. Hey, listen, I know what your skill level is. I know what you're capable of doing, so please don't try to turn in something that is not yours or your own original work, because I'm going to tell you to do it again, and I'm not giving you credit for it, okay? So this is all about original work. Do your best, okay? That's what I'm looking for. I'm not expecting you to be Picasso, but at the same time, I know what you're capable of doing, so please give me the best that you got, and we'll go from there. All right? 2 more weeks to go. Just think about it, okay? And once again, I miss you. I hope that you and your family are safe. And until next week, take care.